All right.
We'll take a break around 6:30.
Cool. Marcy, do you need the little spiel
We are live.
link?
I have it.
Cool. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Owl of Lycia. Another Sunday here at the Dot Lot where we're going to tell some stories, have some wholesome goodness, and just be weird because we can be. And we are so excited that you are here to do all of those things with us. I am going to simply pass it off this week to Marcy, who is both the GM and creator of the Owl of Lycia. And I'm going to let her tell you all about it. Marcy, take it away.
Hey, everybody. My name is Marsie Vellan. I'm here with Dot, Ethan, Ash, Yutsai, and Grant. And today we're going to play the Owl of Lycia for you, setting up my own design set in Cypher System. It's a very strange, fantastical, whimsical setting of human-like creatures called Theron, just surrounded by everyday whimsy of fairies and demons and plant life who speak and talk and have various shedding rituals. Anyway, point is, we're going to play a fun game today. Now, if you want to support the Dot Lot, which is who we're performing for now by giving donations or bits, every gold coin you give goes right back into the channel where we roll dice and story reigns supreme. You can also donate all year long to the Dot Lot Extra Life campaign, where Dot is raising money to support the Miracle Children's Network. Every dollar and bit you give, even if it's 2 extra life, goes toward filling the Curiosity Bar. When it reaches $50, weird things happen in the game. You can also show your support by following and subscribing to the channel so you will never miss a moment of what's happening on the Dot Lot. Now that that's out of the way, let's go to what happened last week. Last week we were missing 2 of our party members, and we're going to catch up with them first. But before we do that, the party explored a strange shop that was actually brought on by one of those Curiosity Bar fillings. It was run by a pack rat who simply wanted to apparently hoard things. Pangoliath traded a monocle for an artifact dagger of Arena, which Sedna now wields. We were also joined by Bunny Blue, who played a non-binary arachnid anima who worked in the library and helped them get around there. They ended up going on a date with a handsome octopus named... I forget the octopus's name, but it was a barista, and things turned sour when they thought their library sentence had put them off. Apparently, he was tracked down by his jealous partner and challenged our arachnid friend to a fight. But let's rewind a little bit. When they were helped through the library itself, before the date, the librarian helped the party get into contact with the head of the library, who pointed out inconsistencies in the letter that was found amongst Sariaris's possessions. The party saw it was a poor cipher and used the library resources to determine hidden messages, a location from the census area of the library which revealed the Theron capital of Demir, which is Missouri. They hammered down the location to either the largest jail or a temple to Berna, the god of morality, which sometimes they're the same thing. And those 2 things are right across the street from each other. They also revealed that the first letter in every sentence of the letter read, "I am in danger, help." Sedna learned that across this library was a great deal of information about every god, but she was particularly interested in Sumi, which was isolated outside and by itself. Pangoliath took her there in a balloon, and they found histories carved into the stone going into the dark tunnel where the shrine was, one of the last shrines of Sumi which remain. They encountered a ghost, a library tenant set to carve the last history of Sumi into the wall. It didn't share a spoken language with them. It was carving what could be the shared equivalent of stained glass in a cathedral, telling a story. Sedna used Dactyl, which is more or less universal in this region, to communicate that she wanted to find Sumi, and the creature pointed toward the pool of water which sat in the middle of the shrine. And Pangoliath dove in and provided some light. In Maritime, the messages read that if you dove down far enough, you could hear the voice of Sumi. Sedna dove, pressing farther than she had ever swam beneath the surface, and she encountered Sumi, and Sumi was a familiar feeling to her. Sumi was crying. Sedna demanded to know why Sumi abandoned them. She was shocked to hear that Sumi claimed that she was the one who had been abandoned and that she was spread out in pieces somewhere. She didn't know where she was. Sedna returned to the surface, and Pangoliath had heard everything. At least one person would believe what happened there beneath the grave being made for a god. Meanwhile, Carmine had a very quiet drink by themselves. Then they watched the ocean for a bit. That's what you missed last week. So let's return to the game this week. As we join our party, recuperating in the city of Catolia, which they are still in, gathering themselves around the library. And I want to hear a story for our asset today about a time that you thought you had lost something or something got away from you, and this something should be something that you wish to find again. And let's start with Maeve.
So, some time ago, I had cultivated a new grove at the edge of the wetlands. I shaped the land. I grew the trees. I curated the insects to be exactly where they should be, when they should be. The rock formations, the water, I herded where I needed it to go. And off center was a willow that I was teaching to dream. I would climb up into its branches, nestle myself in, wind myself in, and hum and start sharing dreams with this willow. And slowly, I started finding the twining of its consciousness and started bringing it closer and pulling it closer to the surface until I got a message. I got a message from Sariaros. Sariaros. Anyway, I got a message from her, so I went to see what she needed. Never did find her, and I never did find this grove again. I wonder how it's doing.
Kind of reminds me of the we used to have this old mangy mutt that came around the academy every now and then. It ate darkness, which we all thought was kind of cool. We kept it around. Didn't have to feed it, which was nice. But when our instructors found out, shoot it away. Just never saw it again. Oh man, we love that dog.
That does remind me of a student I had once, back in my academy days. Professor Munster at the podium, teaching loads of students, auditoriums filled with them. I may be small, but my words reached many. And the student, well, he was brilliant. He took to my lessons like no one else could. By the end of his first year, he was as skilled as one would be in their fourth. And a mistake was made, an accident, and I lost touch with that student. I hope to find him again someday. There's something I really do need to let him know.
I too have lost a student. I used to have what one might call a protege. We were traveling far, far, far from home on a weather expedition. It is said that in some locales the weather changes, unlike in my homeland, where it is always... Turn to Carmine, lean in uncomfortably close. Perfect. And...
No such thing.
My small friend, I long to hear the day when... And then suddenly, from beneath Pangoliath rises a small creature made of cloth. Hello, Governor! Oh, hello, Pangolito! And Pangoliath reveals a second tail, a prehensile monkey tail that apparently he's always had, that he's just always hidden in the folds of his scales. And he goes, why, Pangolito, I've missed you too. And then the sock withers in the rain that begins to fall, and it's just his tail, and he reaches out, no, kind of turns to Sedna.
She has this very kind of solemn look on her face, even with the appearance of the new tail, and she simply kind of reaches out and just pets it in this daze as she looks out. over the city. She says, I lost something. My people lost something. We lost sight of the truth. She goes, do you know what this means? That the God we thought had abandoned us is actually just waiting for us to save her. I'm gonna find her.
Quite a tall order, saving a god.
Not really. It's kind of our fault, right? We kept to the shoreline and didn't really come inland to share her word, and instead my people are dying off because she's not around anymore because we forgot to tell everyone she's there.
I think such a task is what makes heroes. Heroes save gods.
I want to be a hero. I don't know. I just want it to be right, you know? I pet the new tail.
Yeah, just kind of lurches about as if it has a mind of its own, which it very well might. You know, like the whole dinosaur thing, 2 brains.
Rectifying the mistakes of the past, I can understand that. It's a good mission, a good way to move forward.
Speaking of missions, we got somewhere to go. Everyone get everything done?
Oh, yeah.
Anything else we need to do in town?
I'm very tired of the city.
I think I might want to stop by that pack rat fellow one last time.
Oh, he's squished.
Oh.
He did. The shop vanished as soon as they had left it. But there are other shops in town you can visit.
I spend one day organizing the entire spice rack in the turtle house, and all this happens without me.
He was a large mouse.
In that, I was just curious about the curiosities. I believe I have everything in order.
I mean, there are other shops with curiosities, surely. The city sells a lot of things that have no purpose.
If you're looking for magic items in shops, it will be, and you would know this especially, Professor Munster, it will be much harder to find them in Demir.
And that's where we're heading next, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then perhaps one last jaunt around the curiosities, just to make sure.
Yeah, there's usually stores everywhere, like this one.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know
Takes
what
like
they
2
sell.
steps, and that one.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. I like to see the shopkeepers are standing there, and she's pointing at the shopkeepers.
Maeve is surprisingly well adjusted for a guess.
As long as everything is like this, I just know it's disgusting, and I have to live with it. That's all.
I've never seen a place this big. Did you know that the library has multiple stores? Did you know there was that much information?
That's also gross. Compacting like shedded skin things into pus and then writing on them, that's gross. And then you collect it all into one place? Ugh.
I've never seen it from the view before, Maeve. That's a very enlightening view. Then Munster would insist on maybe taking one little check around for anything that might be of use to him before they head off.
Sure. You could stroll around town and try to find some place to shop or take a look in. Go ahead and roll me an intellect test difficulty for this. We spoke earlier about what you're looking for. I'm going to put it at a 2.
All right. Let's hope.
I think as we're going around the stores as well, Carmine's talking to all the shopkeepers and collecting all the trash and just putting it on Pink Alliance back.
Oh yeah, you go into one of the shops, 2, 3, 4. The result is kind of the same every time. They look very disappointed when you say you don't want to buy anything from them, but then very delighted that you want to take their trash for free, that you're not even charging for it.
We're such a green party.
Right.
Yeah, because we're burning it.
I rolled an 8, which I believe beats a 2.
Yeah.
It sure does. So you're traveling around for a while, probably hitching a ride on maybe one of the party members that might volunteer and or going across rooftops, whatever makes it easier for you to like not get stumped because you are a very small mouse. and you eventually find what appears to be a shop that you have the scan ability. You can pick up on magic. You pick up on a lot of magic coming from a shop called Merlin Myers.
Merlin Myers.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Hello, is anyone in here?
You enter in. It's fairly dark, but it's not impossible to see. And there's a voice inside. It goes, "Come in, close the door on your way in, please. Light tarnishes the books."
Munster steps in through a small crack, and then he struggles to pull the door closed behind him.
Yep. Where are you? Oh,
down here.
Oh, you're small. And this creature leans over the top of this stone counter. It appears to be some kind of structure. It's probably a Gantz, but you can't quite tell. Although you can see it's very hard to see this thing in particular. But what you can see based on like the what little reflection that you get from light, it appears to have very tough, perhaps scaly or barky skin. And you hear a rustle as well. "Well, what can I do for you, young mouse?"
Yes, I was hoping. I've been taking a gander around, and I've been looking for some kind of perhaps artifact or device that could help me. Well, you see, given my size, and he gestures to his very small body, it's very hard to interact with certain peoples and objects and
doors.
and doors. Yes.
Oh, but try you will. Well, what do you want? Do you want to be bigger? To be stronger?
I like my size. Don't get me wrong. I was born with it. I will probably die with it. But perhaps something to make the journey a bit easier. Some kind of storage device, or maybe even some kind of a way that I can, I guess, as you say, enhance my strength, perhaps.
Mm. Let me see. You hear more rustling and scraping, perhaps the sound of something being opened and then closed again. And in front of you, this comes into clear sight now. This very, very craggy looking hand made of stone places in front of you a bag. It's very large. And he says, "This is... Inside the bag is a, what do we call it? It's a painting.
Painting?
And the painting, you can put things into the painting and then take them out."
There's a painting in the bag?
Yes. But that might not be sufficient for you because it's still a very large one. If you come back in a day, I might be able to artifice you something smaller, perhaps a thimble.
Perhaps. I will go converse with my companions. Hopefully they see that they will deign me the favor staying for one day longer before we take off.
Of course. Let me know. Payment will also be... I do not get paid in gold. I will need a child's first laugh as payment for this.
Oh! Mustard, do I know any children? That might be a bit trickier.
Yes, it is payment. And do you need a vial for it? The vials are simple.
A vial? Oh, sure. I will borrow this vial and return it should I prove unsuccessful.
No, it's just a vial.
Oh, right.
And this thing, it's about maybe a little smaller than your size. The creature almost gives you one that's about your size. There.
Okay, I'll take the vial and I'll hold it in both hands because it's just almost as big as I am. And I will scurry back off to the others and start asking, does anyone have any babies?
What kind of babies?
Can we buy one?
Preferably the newborn kind.
Why new?
I found a device and a shopkeeper who has such device that will sell it to me, but only if I give them a baby's first laugh, which is what
That's
this
a
is.
hard one.
Yes.
Maeve will like pull out like tiny little baby pill bugs.
Maeve, that 100% sounds like Gant's payments to you.
And be like, baby's first laughs. I remember when I used to deal in those. Here's some pill bugs. They might laugh.
How big is a pill bug?
I don't understand, Signuses.
I'm quite curious myself. I'm hoping to procure this artifact. It'd be very helpful. But right. He pokes the pill bug. Does it laugh?
It doesn't. It sort of curls up. Although you're small enough, and your ears are sensitive enough that you can hear it hissing a little bit.
Oh, that's not good.
You don't want to scare it. You've got to make it laugh.
Tell it a joke.
Why is 6 afraid of 7?
Pangoliath misses the cue and goes, because 7, 8, 9. Tell it a good one.
A group of people walk past here. It's just sort of circled around this mouse holding a pill bug trying to tell it jokes.
Very bad math jokes.
Well, I don't even know what a pill bug is. How do you make one laugh? Maeve?
I don't know. I've never made one laugh. I just know it's a baby and you needed a baby's laugh.
Do it with pheromones.
Pheromones. I don't have any of those either.
Okay.
But I do.
The tail, like.
My
No.
tail starts poking around.
I'm dead.
Oh boy. I don't know how to make a pill bug laugh, in all honesty.
Have you tried tickling it?
Oh, yes. Tickle it.
Monster will attempt to tickle the pill bug.
You tickle it and it curls up defensively.
Okay.
My first instinct is to get some kind of pins and play bowling with this thing, but I don't think it would enjoy that.
What would a pill bug enjoy?
Probably not stand-up comedy.
I don't know what that is. I'm
We
learning so many new things in the city.
had a seminar back at the university. I didn't care for it, but I still watched.
You know, I can recall the time I first laughed, and if any of you happens to be a witch or a wizard, you might be able to go into my brain and extract my first laugh. You see, my sister Frederick told me a joke. It wasn't funny, but her face was quite round.
Is that what you laughed at?
I think so.
Oh. So we just need to get the image of her out of his mind.
Well, I
Interesting.
think we have to extract the laugh from his.
From the pill bug when it sees her face.
Oh, you're still trying to make the pill bug laugh. Got it.
We can make her laugh. Except she's not real. I have no idea. I don't even know a joke. Sen is the least joking person in the world.
The alternative being we go around town asking if anyone's recently had a baby, which I believe is off-putting in many levels, and I would rather not.
Wait, what's wrong with this?
We started door knocking, started asking questions.
Some people feel protective of their young, and given certain questions and inquiries about the status of their baby and how newborn it is or how fresh one's baby is, maybe met with some form of hostility.
I mean, that's my favorite question. How fresh is your baby? That's a great question to ask.
Goliath just there with his claws. How fresh is your baby?
Meanwhile, across town, a young baron is handing Carmine just this barrel of fish bones, being like, "All right, if you want it, though, go ahead and take it. You can have the barrel too."
Ooh, bonus.
Cartman just has a small cart of trash. At some point, people just start willingly throwing their trash on top.
Love it.
Whoa! Not that one. That's illegal. We can't
Those
take-
aren't burnables. You
Yeah,
gotta put
those-
those in the other colored box.
Okay, wait. How many pill bugs are there?
3 babies, 5 adults.
3 baby pill bugs. Now, if we exchange 3 baby pill bugs who have not laughed in place of 1 laugh, does that qualify as more? Could we just take the 3 baby pill bugs and say, here, you make them laugh?
Potential laughs are powerful, but typically a true first laugh.
Do 3 potential laughs qualify as 1 laugh?
It depends on what they're trying to do with it.
Okay.
Does the turtle count as a newborn? Can I make the turtle laugh? No, wait, it's like thousands of years old. Never mind.
Okay, I have something that may make it laugh. But it's embarrassing. Okay, so nobody cares. All right, Cinda takes off her shoes and she goes, just make sure it can see me.
I hold the pill bug out so it can see her.
She like closes her eyes and she begins to tap dance using her web feet on the cobblestone of this like town. And she's kind of like, "Ya, da, 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 da."
Go ahead and roll me an intellect task. Difficulty for this is making a pill bug laugh.
Loses.
How humorless are pill bugs normally?
Pretty humorless, and they're also insects. I don't know if they have the capability of laughing, but let's let the roll decide.
I don't think they have lungs.
Yeah, right.
I
don't think they do.
Yeah, how difficult is it to make a pill bug laugh?
You know what? How would you like an intrusion instead?
Oh, I will take that intrusion. I will take it. Because
Perfect.
I'm tap dancing
All
right.
shamelessly on the street.
Yeah, go ahead and take 1 XP, give 1 to
Okay.
a friend.
I'm going to give it to Professor Munster, who clearly needs it to make this pill bug laugh.
I don't know what to do.
Stars being the lowest amount of currency in this region are thrown by pastors. People start laughing. It is kind of a mourning day. And then you hear as a Salen guard is standing behind you. This is a city with a high military presence.
I
The
curl my
guard is-
webbed toes in.
The guard is Theron, young gentleman, armed with a stick. It's unsharpened. It's probably a club, I suppose, is more like it. Sorry, do you have a busker's permit?
I'm trying to make this pill bug laugh.
I hold up the pill bug and show him.
Low
Do you know how to
priority
make a
crime.
pill bug laugh?
No, but I do know that if you're going to collect any of those stars on the ground near you, that you have to first collect a permit and show it to me first.
Oh, well, what if I collect the stars and give them to you?
Maybe not.
Would you happen to have a fresh
I'm sorry.
baby? No?
I'm sorry, that sounds like bribery to me. You're trying to bribe me.
Pangoliath just starts collecting the stars. These are mine. I clearly dropped them.
I don't understand. No, we have no use for them. So if I don't collect them, technically I don't need a permit. But there's nothing to say you can't collect them.
Suppose that's true. I'm sorry, why are you looking for babies?
We're on a
It's
mission from God.
It's against payment. I've been requested 1 baby's laugh. One baby's first laugh, specifically.
It's not really the baby. It's just a laugh.
Which actually is pretty hard to do in the real world.
Uh-huh. And which shopkeep exactly gave you that price?
I don't know if I want to give out that actual information. He said out of character.
You don't have to answer that question.
I know my rights.
Right. Well, you're not doing anything wrong.
I wouldn't go that far.
But I'll be keeping an eye on you. Stop asking about people's babies.
Ah,
We haven't started asking about other people's babies.
I don't know, guys.
well, technically, I did just once.
I'm in a mood and I need to cool down because. Well, what about your baby? And just leave Grant. No.
Grant hates authority.
He's gonna
Have you ever
keep
laughed?
an eye on us.
Makes
He's
you
gonna
laugh?
hang out with us the entire day. Can we take this guy around town?
I don't know. Can you? He stalks off and sort of, you can watch him for a while taking looks inside of the shop windows.
Mm.
Although this is not, it's easier to find magical things here. This place is still pretty influenced by, what do I want to call it? Demir has an influence here. The further out you go from the mainland, the less that becomes. So it's not illegal what you're doing, but he is concerned about babies laughing.
Oh, goodness. So, well, unless I guess if we rather not wait here for 6 to 8 months and have nature take its course, and find some very good friends in town, gosh, I don't know how to make this payment. Why do Gants have these weird payment systems, Maeve?
Why'd you breathe like that? I don't know.
Fair point.
We could try to give him a false payment. Pull a fast one.
I've done.
You mean lie to him?
No.
I'd rather be honest with this transaction, to be fair.
Why won't they just take stars?
It's a Gantz thing.
You said it yourself. They're useless. What are you going to do with stars?
Wait, can we buy
Meanwhile,
a baby's
Hank
laugh?
has all these stars.
Can we purchase a baby's laugh and then just trade it to him?
We need to find a baby first, or someone who has a baby's laugh.
That's what I mean. There's out of all the shops in the city, there has to be one.
I get.
Look at all this stuff.
Do I remember seeing any other Gantz shopkeepers? Can we red paperclip this, where we trade up from a giant paperclip up to a house?
One red paper clip.
One red paper clip. Yeah, actually, you recall a couple of Gantz shopkeepers.
Okay. With that in mind, Munster will probably pursue this other idea, since he has no idea how he's going to find people who have custody of a baby and willingly let him capture the baby's first laugh.
Yeah, saying those words is often alarming to people.
This town,
Your baby's first laugh.
this town has a distinct lack of fresh babies.
I mean, you could try to find babies too, but red paperclip idea is not bad either.
Okay, I'll go to one of the Gantz shopkeeper, or I'll keep going to them. If you'd all like to assist me with this, I'd be very, very grateful, because my legs are very small and these stones are very big.
Put you right on the shelf. Let's do it.
All right, onward.
Yeah. We hit the first shop.
All right. You go to this first shop. Give me 1 second. Gotta pull up my random table of esoteric payments.
Yes.
Um,
in which Marsie makes up 10 different shop names and shopkeepers.
Great. I'm not going to remember any of them. So you walk into this shop. It's a squat shop, and there is a mapley looking Gantz, a bit like Maeve, but this one is more brown and green for colorations, less red and white. And it regards you as you enter with a small tussle of its leafy fingers. Hello.
Hello, would you happen to have a baby's first laugh for sale?
Oh no, I'm all out of that. I do have. Well, what would you be interested in? And they start pulling out jars.
It's actually, to be fair, it's part of a transaction with another Gantz shopkeeper who specifically requested that as payment.
Oh.
And because of the distinct lack of newborns in this town, I'm trying to trade up, so to speak.
Do you know what a Gantz would want with a baby's laugh.
Yes, of course. Lots of laughter sort of ingredients or compositions are used to create magical melodies or charms, those kinds of things. So,
Is there an alternative?
Uh,
A possible replacement?
So the first laugh of something is very powerful, very potent. There's not another thing like it. It's in no short supply. It's just getting to the thing. Why is this important to you?
Given my size, there is a very specific tool that shopkeeper has that may assist me greatly with just everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping to procure it in time before we have to leave the town and go into areas where magic items are much less available.
I see. Oh, you're heading to Dimir.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the place is terrible. Let me see. You might go to Cadby. Cadby might be able to help you out with that.
Oh, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Is there and he pulls out some stars. Is like, is this like proper tipping of assistance? And I have these pill bugs.
I will take the pill bugs. Give me those.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
That worked out nicely.
Yes.
And you said, just for the record, Demir's terrible. What's so terrible about it?
They don't take kindly to. They are, how we say, painfully Terran. They are notorious for, and I'm not saying it's all of them. You know, there's some good people, I guess, but they are. How much do you know about the Gants, my people?
We're friendly with one, but not too much past that.
I think you're really intriguing and kind of amazing, and I'm not sure exactly how you work, but I am all about it.
You are very young. We have no problem with books and the making of books. The idea of recycling is good. Especially once a Gans is free from its egg, its shell, its carapace. The remainder of the tree that it was formed from is useless. But Demirans make no distinction between one that has hatched and one that has not. One day they should change it.
Kill baby Gans?
In so many words, yes.
Oh dear.
Well, we have to stop that. We can't let them kill. Our goal here was to make babies laugh.
And then steal that laugh.
Actually, that might be something you may be able to do, is go to a Gant's nursery and wait for one to emerge.
Is there one nearby, and does that happen frequently?
Well, if you go for the flowers, they are hatching constantly.
Oh.
But I don't know how much a baby Gant's laugh will get you. I imagine they wanted a more long-lived sort of laugh.
Well, did they specify?
It's just a baby's first laugh.
Then it's a technicality.
True, but I like being decent.
Well, we can just go buy one.
Language is important. If they said and did not specify, then they make a very, very poor witch.
I guess business is business. All right, to the babies.
I set out with you and Toya.
We passed by Carmen dragging a giant sack of garbage.
In my head, you're looking for literal Cabbage Patch Babies.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
That is what I also imagine.
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah. Maeve, do you know where to find one? The nursery? A nursery?
Here in this disgusting city? She takes a moment and just feels about wind direction, sunlight, weather pattern shifting. Probably that way. Oh, unless there are flowers in this way.
Oh, I think it's the second one we need.
Great. Sydney starts moving again. She's on a journey. She's so here for this.
All right, go ahead and roll me an intellect check to maneuver, and hold that number for a second, because I want to check in with Carmine real quick, as they are just hossing trash around this city.
We got a big journey. We gotta
go. All right, so you're leaving the city gates with all this trash, and the guards look very confused. They don't stop you because you're dressed like a knight, but they do look very confused because you are a hell knight just just tossing garbage across the city. Yep. And heading out to your turtle, which we didn't really establish how you parked or secured the turtle. I don't imagine. Is there like one of those bar equivalents that you put on your steering wheel? What are those called, jacks?
Yeah, like the locks, like the steering wheel locks or whatever.
I kind of imagined that when we park it, like its legs retract back into the base and it just like becomes like an island. With power jutting out of it.
Maybe put a sheet over its eyes,
That
like a
makes
little
sense.
sleeping mask.
A little sleeping mask. You could spend XP to give it some sort of more defensive measures. It's not going to go, and putting a mask over it is more than enough to keep it from moving. But for other people who might, for some reason, try to get on it and or steer it somewhere else, what if you would like to spend XP? You can do that. It's not going to be a problem right now, but it might be a problem for the future. So just letting you know.
Could there be a sigil that we have to trace to activate it again?
There could be.
Okay. I mean, that makes the most sense for a strange mechanic.
Yeah, that works. That has to work, right?
Yep.
Or like maybe can we train it to have like a code word? You know, like Appa has yip yip, like it doesn't move unless it hears
a kill switch.
Our kill switch. Yeah.
Yeah, you can spend XP to make that happen. We're going to make it 2 XP whenever you want to spend that too.
Sure.
Give it a kill switch.
All right.
Maybe put a lock on the front door.
Just to be on the safe side.
Yep. Because when Carmen, and it wasn't going to be an issue now, but there are people surrounding it. They are confused by this giant turtle emanating a little bit of heat with tower on its back. These little kids that are playing on it and trying to climb its shell and laughing because they kind of think it's a giant toy.
Hey, get off that before you hurt yourself.
Oh, no.
Get
It
off my lawn.
eats love too, remember? It eats love too.
So they look at you and they look at but it was here are we not? But
what are you doing outside the city?
Playing on your turtle, mister. Why you got a bag over its head?
Oh, that's so it doesn't bite you.
No.
Yeah.
What bite us?
I mean, you look like trash children to me. I don't know.
Right. They slowly start getting off, dejected.
Carmine has an inability in pleasant social interaction.
I know. Carmine and children is great.
I think Carmine drags the pile of garbage straight up to the turtle's head and takes off the bag.
It tilts its head at you, and its eyes sort of roll around and focus in on the bag.
All yours.
It starts slowly chewing on the garbage. Like a horse.
Carmen gives them a nice little pat.
Bag.
Yeah, trash and love.
Little pat.
Love it.
So dejected children go inside. And let's cut over to Maeve real quick. Maeve, what did you want to do, if anything? Did you want to follow them on their quest for baby laughs, or was there anything you wanted to accomplish in this city, if at all?
In this city, in any city, I guess for now, I'll just follow around for baby's laughs, because at least that's amusing.
All right, great. What is the number you got on your intellect task to find the nursery? And whoever rolled for that, was that Sedna or Munster?
I'm going to suggest it be Munster.
Oh, I
Fair.
didn't roll. What do I roll? Sorry, I thought Senna, since she was moving us.
That's okay. Anyone can really roll for it. It's going to be an intellect task, and to find the nursery, we're going to make it a difficulty 3 for you, but you've got a Gantz with you, so I'll drop it down to a 2.
Oh, nice.
All right. Difficulty 2.
I'm letting you steer.
Rolled a 15.
Woo!
Excellent. So you trace outside of the city, and it's probably about an hour-long walk outside of it before you get to this more flat area on the southern side of the mountain. It overlooks the sea. It's very pleasant, salty air just filling your nose, and the skies this beautiful blue, and you see this field of flowers that's decorated according to color, and there's this tall tree in the center of it.
Wow.
There's a small fence around it, and the fence itself is made out of pieces of shale that have been hammered into the ground. But it's no problem to step over.
Should we go to the tree or to the flower? Maeve?
It seems like this place is taken care of.
It's so beautiful.
Does there seem to be like any kind of shed or pathway leading to a house or something?
Yes, there is.
Perhaps we should go knock and make sure that we can do this without upsetting any Gants who might be cultivating or any other project that's going on here.
I guess that's wise.
All right. So you go up to the shed. It's little more than this large stump with a curtain drawn over what appears to be a crack in the center of it. You go. Do you knock, Munster, or does somebody larger knock for you?
Sedna, if you don't mind.
Oh.
Yeah. What? The curtain slings open, and this old tree willow Gantz sort of hobbles out on a cane. What do you want there?
A greeting, sir. Would you mind if we go frolic in your field for a bit?
Field mouse?
What?
Field mouse?
Sure. Yes, I am a mouse.
Sorry, what do you want to come in?
I'd like to go make use of your field for a moment.
Oh, yes. Go right ahead. Field mouse, go. Get out of here.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Don't need any of the seeds.
Of course
His
not.
eyes stare daggers into you.
Of course not, sir.
Been a while since I've seen a talking mouse.
This is the first talking mouse I've met.
Oh,
Well, was the first. I met one the other day as well.
Really? I've known them all my life. It's not that uncommon.
yeah. Are you over here too?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead. Just don't disturb any of them. Sleeping.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And
How fresh are they?
Fresh. If I had to guess, they were. And he drops into this language that only the Gants speak, as you two converse. If I had to guess, they are about 5 weeks old now. Though the far field, they're fresher. Why do you ask?
Oh, collecting laughs.
Oh. Wait, who wants one of their laughs?
Actually, I didn't meet the fellow. Another Gantz.
Well, he's in for a raw deal.
I know, it's great. I haven't told the other two yet.
Oh. Well. Bless him. Farfield. He'll find one.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, you two. Off to the far field. Over here.
what were you talking about? I couldn't understand that last bit.
They just appear to be sort of shaking their leaves at each other.
Shaking at each other?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you ever get the feeling you don't know what's going on?
I thought I'd gone past that point. But yes, all the time these days. I feel like you would have gone along with Carmine. Yeah. He has that same kind of gusto and kind of listen to what I say-ness.
I don't know. Heat, fire, and the old don't go along very well.
True. So if we go to the
willow folk.
Oh, well, willow folk. So did he say Daisy at the end of the
It's the far field, the
far
farthest
field, the farthest field? Is that the freshest one?
Monster prepares the vial.
Uncorks it.
Uncorks it.
It's like it's so epic.
Yep.
Yeah. He has the vial in his hands and the cork in his mouth.
And then it's the waiting game. Waiting for flower gants to awaken is one of the most difficult wait times.
It's like the equivalent of watching paint dry.
Yes, very much so.
If you two have business elsewhere, I can watch this alone. Me and Gouda can probably just scurry around the field waiting for something to wake up.
I don't have anywhere better to be. I don't think.
I mean, so far, this is the best place I've seen.
At least somebody's trying to sell us something.
So, Maeve, like, if there was a book made of flesh and such, would that be normal to you, or just going off our conversation from earlier?
Normal would imply that I would see those often. More of just, less necromantic.
It's fair. That's fair. Do I roll for waiting?
Ooh. Well,
Nice.
I don't think you have to wait anymore. We've just gotten a $50 donation, which means something weird is about to happen.
Uh-oh.
It's actually
Curiosity
nice.
time.
Thank you so much. I don't know who made that, but thank you. Let's actually cut over to Pangoliath real quick. See what he's doing. Are you with them, or did you want to try to accomplish something else today?
Well, it kind of got a little. I think I got removed from that fiction there. Otherwise,
Yeah, you
I would
did.
have tried to negotiate the Gants into my balloon and fly them away. But, we should probably get things. I think at some point they were walking and something distracted Pangoliath in the streets. Perhaps either this donation, or if that didn't happen, Pangoliath was going to set up his balloon and start ballooning about the city to like the Willy Wonka music, trying to see all the going-ons of the city.
There are a bunch of disappointed children coming back from the turtle.
They are. Like, you see just a line of children coming back from the turtle from your balloon as you sort of get distracted and fly upward.
Ooh. Oh. You want to lower down just above them. Why so glum, chums?
Ah! Oh! Ah!
That's how we say hello in this part of town.
Oh, mister, we're not supposed to talk to strange animals in balloons.
Well, you just broke that rule.
Oh no! We just did!
You've summoned all the powers of hell. As my prehensile tail kind of snakes up with googly eyes I've added to it.
Well, there was a giant turtle outside of town, but the mean Tannen told us we couldn't play on it.
Oh! You've been... the one powered by love and garbage.
I don't know about that, but
If
That-
you... Oh, please, by all means, continue.
that Tannen was mean.
I lower down, and I say, well, is it because you were looking to play a game, and you needed to occupy yourselves?
Yeah.
I pull out kind of like a matted wad of rags, that has been bound many, many times in an exotic branch or vine. Kind of looks like an ugly, misshapen mutant tennis ball that's overgrown. I'm like, has you ever played kick the ball?
Yeah, sometimes, but we don't have a lot of balls. We
Have
keep
you?
losing them on roofs.
It's okay. I might be able to retrieve some of them. But have you ever played dodge the ball?
No, how do you play that?
You take
no.
this ball and you throw it at each other. And every time you get hit, you are out. And you go until there is one left. And that is made your ruler.
Oh, I've never played a game like that before. I think we should play it. I don't know. I don't want to get hit by a ball.
I
Yeah,
hit
but
that
I
person
think
with
we
the
need
ball that said they didn't want to get
government.
hit. Now they're over it. Now they're past their fear.
Go ahead and roll me a speed check. It's just going to be a
Yes.
task difficulty 1.
Good. Why I'm playing?
You're hitting a
I
kid by
still want to
surprise.
roll, but I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to use effort to do extra damage. No, Pangoliath with his muscles of iron.
Like, I imagine too that you probably could sling it with your claws. It makes that like scoop,
19 extra effect. I would like, if I could, the extra effect is they realize getting hit by a ball isn't that bad. It's also fun to hit other people's balls. It is just a game after all.
Okay. Ah! Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Now hit me with it. I stand with my hands on my hips.
Okay. I pick it up.
I want to try to dodge. I don't want to get hit by the ball. I want to show. I'm teaching them the game.
All right,
See,
go ahead and
I
roll
threw
me a
the ball and
speed,
you got hit.
speed defense roll. This one's going to be a task difficulty 2 this time.
All right. I am going to spend effort to dodge a ball thrown by a child. I got an 11.
Nice. So yeah, you wind out of the way of the ball and then just
Yeah. And I just kind of step out of the way. And I'm just like, look, if you throw the ball and I don't get hit, I am not out.
oh, okay.
You can also
I think you
catch
get
the
this.
ball. And the person that threw it is then out. 3
Ooh.
rules. Hit other people. Try
Yeah.
not to get hit. Catch the ball if it's thrown at you.
All right. Yeah, got it.
Go forth and prosper. And then, like, I throw out 5 balls and watch chaos ensue. I'm going to float up in the balloon. I'm going to give, like, play-by-play.
All right. So yeah, you start floating up. I'd like to introduce an intrusion to you.
Yes. They're all gang up.
Go ahead
Start
and
hitting
take
the
1
balloon with the
XP to a
balls.
friend, or 1 for you, 1 for a friend.
Yeah, I'll pass one to Maeve.
Float up. You get the play-by-play. They're like throwing it at each other, and then they start throwing it at other people too.
Yes.
And so this part of town slowly, it surely erupts into what appears to be just a massive food fight,
Oh, that's good.
but with just objects.
Beautiful. So that chaos.
There's one other game they might know or might not know that I think could solve this. I want to kind of float down while the chaos is ensuing and with like a loud voice just call out, "The floor is lava!" And I want to see if they all try to get off the floor.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll me an intellect check, more or less to yell and persuade them to play this new game.
Okay, so I really don't. I'm not good at any of these. Oh, I love playing a non-speaker for once. So I am going to spend effort with this. It'd be great if Pangoliath died shouting "The floor is lava." Like, and its final words were, "The floor is lava." Let's do that. Am I allowed to know the difficulty? It's okay.
Yeah, difficulty is going to be 3.
Okay. I'm going to apply some effort. I don't think I have an asset for my story that I can use. So I'm gonna. Looks like I beat it. I rolled a 9.
Nice. Yep. You scream it and or not scream so much. You bellow. Your voice carries across, and the kids do know the game, and they start climbing up. And then you realize that there's this weird sound. It's not just your voice; it's also this rumbling noise that you can't quite place. And for all the fear in your brain that suddenly erupts, this sort of reptilian animal response to it, you can't help but feel, oh no, maybe the floor is lava. Meanwhile, outside of town, about an hour walk, it's been quiet. And then there is suddenly a rumble, a slow moving rumble that cuts through the area as wind starts tussling your clothing, your leaves, going through your hair. And you see the little bits of gants begin to pop open and awake. You see these tiny flowers start popping out of their out of their things, these long tendrils of hands and vines coming out, pulling themselves out, their little flower heads popping up from the ground. And what's more is the ground around them begins to raise as well. This is not what should be. There's something weird, something curious going on here, as what appears to be a giant rock or mud formation begins emerging from the ground as well. We're going to roll initiative, and then we're going to take a break.
Oh my! Oh my! I have that. Oh yes, I do.
Pangoliath, you are high enough that that from beyond the city, you actually can see this mud raising. It's hard to see, but you might be able to get there in about. It's based off of starships, so you might be able to get there in about 10 minutes if you overclock your balloon.
Overclock my balloon.
Yeah, right.
Processors. You gotta turn the crank faster and engage my muscles of iron. Here's
Yeah.
what I want to do, though. So I'm actually going to use a cipher. And it's funny because I was in chat, I was like, you're good at ciphers I'll never use. I think I want to try to examine from... I was going to try to trade them for a child's laugh. But I have the reflection of 7 leagues to look 10 times my normal vision. I want to see if I can be like, mirror, mirror in my hand, show me the mud across the land. And like...
Yeah, you can absolutely see it. All right, so what did y'all get for initiative?
Oh, I rolled an 11.
Monster got a 9.
I got a 6.
I'm assuming Carmine's not in the area.
Muted. Carmine does feel the rumbling, though, and it upsets the turtle.
All right, I will roll an initiative then.
You have your own issues right now, and the issue is a turtle that can cut through the city.
I rolled a 6.
Just let it happen.
Pangoliath, you can definitely help with the turtle aspect when you see the turtle as well. Pangoliath, what did you roll in your initiative?
6.
Also 6. Nice. All right. Tossing this initiative up into chat. And let's go ahead and take a break.
That's good. We'll see you guys back here, and we'll probably take 10 because we got to be human and not Gants, and we'll be back.
Yep. See you in about 10 minutes when we let this thing unleash.
In 3, 2, 1, Alakazam, you're back.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. We are just exploring our curiosity, so let's get in. We've already rolled initiative. So let me set the scene a bit. The party is split right now. 3 of our members, Sedna, Munster, and Maeve, are in a flower field watching Gantz emerge when this giant mud creature emerged from the earth. It stands at about 12 feet tall and is about that wide as well, especially in what is made up of these strange shoulder things as it hoists itself above, bits of flowers still sticking to it. Meanwhile, back in the city, Pangoliath in a balloon hears the rumbling, sees people start running inside, thinking that it might be a wave or some sort of seismic activity happening not far off, and can use his magnifying glass of 7 leagues to see the creature. And outside of the same town, Carmine, who is feeding their giant mechanical turtle some well-deserved, well-earned, and well-needed trash, also feels the rumbling and, more dangerously, sees that the turtle is upset by it. So we've rolled initiative. This creature in the field goes first. Its massive, overbearing body climbs up, almost as if it's climbing out of a hole to bring itself to its full height. It is something of a quadruped, these giant, amorphous-looking hands pounding into the ground next to it, squishing flowers as it reaches upward, spine first toward the sky, extending its mouth, its maw opening wide. It pulls itself on its initiative out fully from this nesting place of mud that it is resting in, or was, rather. But that is its action. Sedna, it's your turn.
I look to May very briefly and I go, should we be worried?
It did just kill a whole bunch of babies. I think so.
Okay. And so now that I have permission, I will attack it.
The sound of tiny Gantz screams are just like emerging from all around you.
No. Okay. Yeah, I spin my trident around and I say, stop. You're hurting the babies. Does it stop?
Oh, no, it does not. It looks confused at you.
Great. Well, when it tips its head in confusion, I go, you asked for it, and I'll attack I attack. I will use I'll use a piercing strike on it to keep distance. I don't want to get in the bed with the babies. I don't want to become part of the havoc that is being wreaked upon them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, I just can't.
Yep. So to attack it, going to set this at a difficulty 5.
Woo. Okay. Sounds like maybe I should use some effort. How are we feeling about that? Okay. Hey, it did it.
What'd you roll?
This says I rolled a 9. That can't be right.
Sometimes the Roll20 app has been doing that.
I was gonna say, that's definitely, I don't believe that's right. So I rolled a 9, but I did use effort and what else did I say?
Trained.
And I'm trained in it, yeah.
You're trained in it. Being trained in a weapon usually means that you don't get penalties from using it, which is, yeah. But if you'd like, you can hit if I can introduce an intrusion.
I am here for that.
All right. Go ahead and deal your damage.
All right. I guess there's not a way. Oh, damage. I did 4.
Nice.
Sedna rarely gets to actually be in combat, which is what she's trained to do. Yay!
Yeah. You slam it in, and the mud sucks the trident in, sealing around the handle. You still have a grasp on it.
Right.
It also has a grasp on it.
I just would say, hey, give that back a little bit. Like,
I was on Sedna's shoulder, wasn't I?
You are on Sedna's shoulder.
Yeah.
Professor Munster, what are you doing?
Information is power. Scan.
All right. It's a It's a level 5 creature. And it is alive.
Is it like maybe perhaps also a newborn Gantz? Do I glean anything like that off it?
It's not a Gantz.
It's not a Gantz. Okay.
Yeah, it has a different sort of magic running off of it. It was never supposed to be alive, but it's alive now. I think we classify these things as weirdlings.
Weirdlings. He'll definitely mention that to Maeve and Setna. And I'm pretty sure that's the only thing he could do for the turn.
Yep. All right. It's going to be Maeve's turn.
All right. Maeve goes very still when all this happens. And just it's very creepy when she moves because she is so still. It's almost like when a bird moves, how like you don't actually see the motion, it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
So she looks at Sedna, and it's probably not a pleasant thing to look at. And she uses aggression again. So she just pulls out that primal instinct in her. And so for 1 minute, you have gained assets on mice-based attack rolls.
Nice. Thanks.
That will definitely help.
Destroy it.
Yes, I shall.
All right. Ethan. Why didn't I write Carmine there? Carmine, you are just outside of town when the turtle, your giant mechanical friend, begins bucking and pulling out its legs. It's very clearly...
Whoa.
Now, you learned that you could communicate with it. It's an Orisonian build. It's understood some commands that you've given it.
I think if I may, because it's just starting to come out of the ground, could I like grab onto its nose and jump up on top of its head? And then like, whoa, slow down.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a might check. It's not going to be it's going to be a 3.
Is this getting on top or for climbing?
For both.
Okay. With jumping apply.
Yes.
Okay. Roll 20. All right. Boo. I rolled a 5, so...
You attempt to find purchase into its the shape of its nostrils, and it just slips out of your hand, bucking back its head and craning.
Okay. All right. Stop.
Go ahead and roll me an intellect check. The difficulty of this is going to be 4.
Okay, we're gonna put some effort into that one.
It's upset.
Yeah. Does intimidation apply?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Gotta get that. You said it was a 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, it was a 4, so you've dropped it down to a 2.
Rolled a 3.
You scream, "Stop at it." And it also raises up. You can hear the bits of stone falling backward from it, and then you can hear everything in the house on its back just shift backward as it bucks up and then throws its feet to the ground. That's going to be Pangoliath's turn.
Ooh. Pangoliath is beelining in the hot air balloon for the turtle that he's very concerned about, and he's made a lure for it. He's prepared what he thinks might be its new favorite food. He has a book that is not a trashy romance novel, but he actually is dangling a 7th level Cypher from his line. It's the Warbook Defense, or yeah. The record of the war book or whatever, and it's just kind of like, okay, I gotta fish that turtle away from the city.
All right, so you're making the Cypher, and then you're using your action to get to the turtle. It is the turtle's turn, and it's going to use its action to begin rushing into in a straight line, more or less, toward the city. Carmine, I need you to roll me a speed defense check to get out of the way. You were right in front of it.
Cool. Let's see if I could roll a number that is okay. Nope, I rolled an 8, but I am trained. So, beats a 3.
That actually passes. The turtle is not hard to get around. Recall, it just deals damage to structure as a level 7 creatures.
Right.
So its turn is spent mauling through. You manage to get out of the way just as it begins to chew through the wall. You know that scene in Who Framed Roger Rabbit where the giant mechanical thing is just pushing through the wall almost as though it's made of gelatin? That's kind of what it looks like, but it's still fairly slow. So it only gets as far as pressing against the wall and it begins to start crumbling down. Back up to the top, the mud creature lifts up one of its giant amorphous limbs and it's going to strike down directly at Sedna.
Okay.
So Sedna, I need you to make me a speed defense roll. This is going to be a difficulty 5.
Oof.
Do I need to make one too?
Yes, in all fairness.
See, I have might defense, but not speed. Okay. Nope, I did not make it. Failure.
Oh no! So it pounds into. Yeah, you should probably make one, Professor Munster, if you haven't made one already.
Nicely done.
Pounds into. Nice. So you managed to leap off of Sedna's shoulder just as the thing starts careening around her, dealing 5 points of damage to you, Sedna, and then you feel this lurch as the mud around you. It's dense. It's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It just starts pinning you there to the ground.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
it is my turn, right?
It is your turn.
Okay. What do I want to do? Okay. Sedna has this snazzy new liquid metal dagger that does fire damage to it. I'm guessing my arms are pinned, like they're not out, right? It's got to be like pinned to the ground.
Yeah, it's got you, like, they could be out. Whichever direction they're in, they're kind of stuck there in the mud. So if you want to get that dagger, I just need a might check to force your way through it. It's not impossible to move through. It is hard, though.
17.
Excellent. Yeah, you managed to, you're strong. You're a warrior. You pull your hand to your side and grab the dagger.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if I can, I would like to make a another piercing attack.
Yep,
using
you can
this liquid metal dagger. So it does fire damage. Okay. Yeah, as I rip it free, I'm probably like choking and sputtering on just like mud and gook that's come out of this flower bed. It's Irina.
Irina is the key word.
Irina, yeah. So I say Irina as I rear back with this liquid metal dagger and try to pierce this strange mud rock. I think I'm gonna aim for his hand and hopes that it will let me go.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll me a might check. Usually you would use speed to attack, which if you can justify it, you can still use speed if you want, but this will be a might. Might is good for you right now because you've got Maeve's stuff on you.
So I've got 13 plus, let's see, and then whatever the fire damage is. So yeah, I guess a solid 13.
Yep. So 13.
Oh wait, I'm trained in it. I'm trained in the piercing attack.
Great. All right. So yes, good. So you managed to strike it, deal your damage, which with a dagger is.
The dagger, I believe, is just what, 2?
2.
2 plus fire.
Plus the fire. I believe is another 5 points of damage, but specifically fire damage, which begins baking the clay. It hardens and becomes brittle around its hand, and then it just sort of sloughs off as it reaches back, and this smattering like a mud rainbow. Looks very upset that just happened to it.
All right. Well, that's good. I can deal with upset. Thank you. Okay, great. Yeah. Instead, it just kind of tells everybody to like back up a little bit. Make room.
Yep. Around you, these things are. I'm laughing at Grant's comment in chat.
Oh, I missed it.
Around you, these tiny flower children are just screaming and running. the ones that this would be so much easier if they wanted you to have screams.
Yeah.
Child.
Right. Yeah, we're nailing the screaming. Okay, well, that's pretty much what I can do. I just kind of
all right. Munster, it's your turn.
Is Sedna still like covered and like restricted by the mud, or is she free from that?
She's free from it now.
Okay, then I think he's going to damage control, and he's going to hop onto Gouda, this tiny robot mouse motor car / companion / assistant. And he's going to start like grabbing as many flower children as he can and start like racing out of harm's way and like kind of circuit of safety.
Go ahead and roll me a speed check. Speed test to little bunny foo-foo your way through the field.
All right, doing the speed.
Without the bopping.
I'm going to use my robot as an asset.
Okay. You can do that.
I rolled a 2.
You have XP, I think. You can spend it to reroll if you want.
I will reroll. I rolled a 5.
Great. Perfect. You got
it. Why do I roll so low?
I don't know. I don't know. But you start collecting as many as you can, which for this and your size, piling them on, I'll say you managed to get about 5 of them.
Sure.
Oh, it's so cute.
Maeve, it's your turn.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to see how that fire worked. Where is that on my sheet? I'm going to do Seeds of Fury. So I will aggressively whip out my hand and then gently blow as seeds speed off, and they go so fast that they catch fire in the air and just potentially.
Yes, roll me an attack roll. It's going to be intellect.
All right. And I will go ahead and apply some effort to this. There we go.
What'd you get? Sorry, I don't have the Roll20 open.
Oh, nice. You're good. 18.
Nice. So you deal the damage normally, and then you get an extra 2 on top of it.
Sweet. So that'd be a total of 5 points of damage.
Nice.
And if it can catch fire, it is on fire. But being mud, I don't know if it can.
It doesn't catch fire, but in the spots where the little seeds sink into it like flaming meteors, it begins to crack and harden and dry, and it certainly doesn't like that. It rears back its head as these things pound into it. Let's see. Carmine, I think it's your turn.
It is. I'd like to try and...
this is the nightmare you didn't want to happen.
Yeah. So, I think the plan is, and this is going to require some finagling for my skills, or my spells. So I have something called Entangling Force that creates like these magma chains, and I'd kind of try to do that to make like a bridle on this turtle.
Okay.
To see if I can sort of direct it a little bit better.
All right. You can certainly do that. Keep in mind, to paint you a picture, its face is currently in a wall right now. So you're going to have to get a vantage point on it first, and then you can try to bridle it.
Okay. So I need to get up onto its back.
Yes.
Okay. That's the plan then.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a check to get onto its back. Same task as last time. Might check to get on. It's going to be a little easier though because you're not on the business end of the turtle this time.
Okay.
What
was that before?
It was a 4. Now it's going to be a 2.
Cool. I'm going to spend effort and just do it.
Nice. All right. Perfect. So yeah, you move onto the turtle. That's not going to consume your action though. You've got the 10 feet. What would you and which power are you using? Paint me a picture.
So I have entangling force, which normally creates these like magma chains that come out of the ground, but this time I'd like to grab hold of them and make a bridle.
All right, sounds good. Roll me an intellect check. This is technically sort of not artificing, but manipulating a spell on the fly. So the difficulty for this, it's not outside of the realm of the spell, but it is still rather difficult and kind of weird. I believe the check difficulty for this is going to be a 5.
Okay. I'm going to spend effort for sure then.
Yeah.
But I don't have anything else good for that. So we're just going to roll it. And we got a 1.
Jam intrusion.
Yeah.
I don't have any XP either. I haven't gotten any in the past 2 sessions.
Oh no.
And I spent it all on...
Somebody else can spend an XP to let you reroll.
I'll spend one.
Oh, really? I was going to say, I have XP.
Yeah, you all can toss XP back and
I
forth.
was going to say, only if I get to be like, well, Ethan, the best player is the one that gets the most XP.
Grant.
I just took a break last session. I went on a self-date.
You've been
It's true. You did go on a self-date.
Right.
If somebody wants to give you
I spent an XP for
okay.
reroll.
Go ahead and reroll. Because this is probably not the place that you want to.
No.
If I want to get my bag, the town still has to be there.
You rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3.
That's better than the intrusion, to be honest.
Yeah.
So you attempt to manipulate your spell and it fails. But you can still cast the spell as is.
Okay. Well, the spell, I think we've tried using the spell as is before and it didn't work on this thing.
Yeah, it didn't. It operates as a level 2, which this thing is destroying things as a level 7. It can still hold it back, but it can't stop it from destroying.
Okay.
And it rips through.
Would it be able to... I've already tried to manipulate it. Like, I was going to say, like, hold its mouth shut.
You might be able to do that, but unfortunately you use your action. So on a future turn, you might be able to do that. Pangoliath.
All right.
You're familiar with the face of the turtle that's poking out from behind the wall as you come in with your lure.
So hear me out on this, and we'll see how it goes. Regardless, I'm probably going to get eaten by this thing. It just depends. Do I want to spend XP to get eaten by it, or do I want to spend my pools that I don't really have after that game of dodgeball? Carmine, brace yourself. So what I'd like to do, since we've kind of established in the fiction this rapport that I have with the turtle in the past, where I've kind of teased it and fed it things, I'd like to spend my XP to engage my kind ability, only for the turtle to be like, playtime, as it sees me and I'm coming flying at it, so that it focuses on me as I try to lure it with my stupid book on a string. And
okay.
I'm going to be more aggressive in my play, meaning fly a little too close, be a little too loud, and I'm not afraid to punch it in the eye if I have to. Nice.
Grant, would you like an intrusion?
100%.
All right. Go ahead and take an XP, give one to a friend.
All right. I'm going to actually give the XP to Sedna.
Nice. All right. So go ahead and make your intellect check to try to do that. You don't share languages with this thing, but it doesn't mean that you can't communicate ideas to it or feelings or try to express control. I'm going to make it a difficulty 4 attack.
Yeah.
Test.
I I was going to say, I want to see if I can use an asset from my story where I take the remnants of the Pangolito puppet and use it to dress up and doll up the Cypher book. It's like, hey, look, it's little me.
Like the lure? Yes, absolutely. You can do
Yes. All right.
So weird.
Reduce it to 3. I'm going to spend effort to reduce it. So it's a 4, so 4 to 3, then 3 to 2. This actually has stuff that makes it very easy to do. So let me just plug in the numbers instead of doing it all in my head. All right. I succeeded.
Nice. So yeah, as you swoop in like a Koopa, like Cloud Koopa.
I'm the Yes.
A fishing rod and the dressed up, messed up Cypher book. It starts being drawn, but as soon as you scream playtime, you start hearing as you see that this creature's face is just getting pelted by balls.
Oh, I was hoping for that.
By poorly formed balls, and you hear these kids going, "Playtime, dodge!"
Oh no!
Oh.
All right. So,
and it's aggravating the creature a bit. You do pass, but they are pelting it and and playing ball.
kids, the floor is lava. Every one of you are dead. Dead, 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 dead. As I point at every single one of them.
You scream, but the turtle has been drawn away. The damage is still done, however. But with that said, let's go to the turtle who follows you on its turn. I do need you to make a speed check. It has been fed by you before, and you feed it very good trash. So speed defense roll. Difficulty for this will be 3.
All right. So let me double check something on my sheet.
Snap.
Okay, so I get a bonus to speed defense. Well, I might not in this case. Let me double check. No, I don't. That's the thing. I'm playing too many Cypher games, so I get the characters mixed up. So
That's okay.
I'm going to spend...
That's super hard.
Yeah. Gonna burn some points on this. What was the difficulty?
Difficulty for this is going to be 3. And Carmine, I actually need you to make the same check to keep your balance. So it's going to be a might test for you, Carmine, and a speed test for Pangoliath.
And I'm spending effort.
The speed test for Pangoliath is both not to get eaten and to keep the lure in a sensible place.
I failed, but I'm going to use an XP to reroll.
Okay.
Did you say it was a 3?
Yes.
Then I succeed.
Nice. You're surfing the turtle.
I still failed. I rolled the exact same thing.
Oh, no.
Eat me.
It's all right. So the turtle, I'll let you choose. It either snaps down on the Cypher or it turns around and goes back into the town because there are things that are aggravating it.
I wanted it to eat the Cypher. It'd actually be great if it got the effect as well.
It does.
It gets an asset to speed defense tasks for the next 24 hours.
Perfect. So it snaps down on the Cypher, and suddenly there's this flare. It's different than the flares that you saw or felt earlier. That includes both of you. Suddenly its neck begins to explode with this blue energy, and it gets a boost from this magic trash item being fed to it. And it starts going much faster. It's not heading toward the town anymore, which is good. But it's on a one-way path down the street now. And how far
Pangoliath just hit the NOS button.
Yeah. How far it will go before it stops is hard to tell.
Turbo.
Turbo. I think it's about time to leave town. Speaking of, though, for those of you already outside of town, the creature on its turn is going to reach what's left of these limbs down into the ground. It looks as though it's falling at first, and then it starts making connection with the earth and pulling itself back, almost as if it's replacing everything that it's lost.
Really?
So that's going to be its action. Sedna, it's your turn.
I watch it put itself back together. And I look to Maeve and I say, water. We need a lot of water. Can we wash it away?
Okay, lots of water. Sure.
Zedna can't make water, so I'm going to try to. Zedna goes, great. I'm going to distract it. And I'm going to just taunt it. Just like, you big, ugly, dirty, muddy, four-legged creature from the backside of a town's flower bed. And she goes, come on, come get me. And so I'm going to try to lure it away from the flower bed. Like, I want to get some real space between it, and then maybe try to get its back to Maeve and Professor Munster so that it's not attacking them and there's no chance of them getting squashed or hurt. But maybe we can figure something out.
Yeah, go ahead and make me an intellect check to taunt.
I'm gonna use some effort. Oops. Okay, I rolled a 12 with effort.
You gain its full attention.
Like, whoa, okay, hi, come on then. You know, I'm kind of like, oh, this is a bad idea.
Munster, it's your turn. You've got 5 flower children on a teacup of terror.
Fresh babies. Not the time though. So set them down somewhere safe. I look back and see Senna like taunting and like corralling this creature one way. And it's like, sometimes I wish I was bigger. And he's going to is there like some kind of rock or something embedded into the creature's muddy form or something like that?
There could be.
He's going to try to get closer on top of his robot companion, and he's going to focus on the rock, and he's going to cast Shatter. And hopefully, like, it only does like a point of damage, really. And it destroys the rock, but maybe it might reverberate through the creature.
It might. All right. Can you actually either...
Sure, I'll post the ability.
Thank you. I just need to read it. Here we go. Thank you. All right, so you spend 2 intellect points.
I guess kind of help, hopefully maybe destabilize it somehow to assist with Senna and Maeve tearing it apart.
Okay. Did you want to apply effort to deal additional damage?
Sure, I'll apply effort.
All right. All right. You deal... your damage, and just as you had thought it would, it reverberates through this sort of chunky, liquidy mud, carrying vibrations much better than air or some water would, and it's going to deal an additional bit of damage as well. Trying to think. It'll deal two more points of damage.
Cool.
Nice. That's going to be Maeve's turn.
All right. Find water, they say. Lots of water. To, I don't know, wash this thing away. If I had baby laughs, maybe I could create water. But I don't. I have fresh baby screams. You can't create water with fresh baby screams. So she's muttering this as she's like using wilderness lore to try and like look at the lay of things to see where the river or the water source is. And
It's under. It's steep. The mud is coming from fresh rain all the time. You remember that storm passed by not too long ago. But there are lots of billows here. There's a lot of water. It's underneath. It's groundwater. It's plentiful here. But no active streams in the immediate area.
baby tears, maybe? I could use baby tears to try and, like, draw it up. Ugh, they're not crying, though. They're just screaming. Are any of them crying yet? So, with that... would that take my action?
No.
Kind of figuring all that out.
No, not at all.
So I'll say, like, as I'm muttering and, like, sensing this stuff, I just, like, casually just throw out another Seeds of Fury.
Okay. You're rolling me an attack roll.
Yell out. Let's see, I actually have to Sedna that the water source is below us. I don't have, baby laughs to create water, and I don't have baby tears to try and draw it to me.
I go, okay, what now? I kind of just yell past her as it's, I'm sure, inching ever closer.
And I got a 13 on the roll.
Nice. 13.
Oh. And every round it takes 1 point of additional damage.
Nice. Okay. That damage is still taking place then, but your attack misses, sailing over its head unless you'd like to spend XP to reroll.
Yeah, why not?
I love Maeve so much as a character. Boy.
Agreed.
Nope.
So Maeve, like, notices that they miss and tries to, like, redirect it, but is too busy still, just like water sources, wash it away, just muttering to herself.
All right. Carmine, it's your turn.
Where are we going?
That's a really good question. You're going to be heading southward, kind of in the direction that you had come from earlier. South is generally where you want to go. You're also heading toward the flower field that the other folks had walked about an hour to get to. This is going much faster than the other times that you fed the turtle, like so much faster.
So
This is the kind of speed that you think that it used to get around the forest when you first encountered it.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yep. Would you like an intrusion?
I mean, yeah. I don't, but I do.
It's okay. You can.
I don't have XP.
Oh yeah. Well, let's give you some XP.
I was like,
Go ahead
I'm up. I'm giving XP.
Yeah, go ahead and get an XP and give one to a friend.
Who's low?
I have no XP.
Grant, it's yours.
Thank you. I'm gonna get eaten.
Nice. Oh no.
I'm gonna get eaten.
So Pangolin, it's actually surpassed you. It ate the Cypher and then just blew past
But
you.
that was our question.
Yeah.
Did I get hooked in its mouth? Because it was dangling. Just checking. If it chomped and ran, that's fine.
Are you going to be mad if I say yeah?
No, I'm not going to be mad.
Yes!
That's what we're expecting.
Yeah. Yeah, you're on a... Well, you can just let go of the line at any time, possibly. But you're
muscles
oh, no.
of iron. I got to get down there and slow it down.
That's fair. So you notice that this turtle is heading straight for this small orchard of trees. It's not... The turtle will be fine going through the trees. You're just going to have, a lot of lumber trying to fall on you, and maybe also the Gants in your party won't be super happy about it.
Okay. It's a small grove?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about 20 or so trees in a small line. This might be the other nursery that they had referred to.
Okay. This is gonna sound insane. We're gonna jump them.
Jump on what?
No, we're gonna jump them.
Oh.
We're going over. We're gonna pole vault.
Oh, okay.
This is my idea.
This can go so badly.
It's gonna 100% go badly. The idea is to jump on its head and force it into the ground, pole vaulting us over.
Okay. All right. So to accomplish this, it's going to be
way too hard. Yeah.
It's going to be really weird, but we'll see. Task difficulty. It's going to be a might check. I'm gonna put this at a 6.
Cool. We're rolling. We're doing stuff.
This is how we die.
This is how we die. You said 6, right?
I did say 6, so 18 or better.
God dang it.
You have wait, can I give you XP?
I'm gonna spend.
I will give you XP for this because this is amazing.
Just
Reroll
really
it.
funny.
20!
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! There it is!
So yeah, you leap up and you just jam your feet down on the head of the turtle. Its face collides, careening into the ground, and then suddenly the back of it starts lifting up. The tower goes a little weightless. It starts flipping over. Pangoliath, you're suddenly pulled downward on on the fishing line. For your major effect, would you like for Pangoliath to go by unscathed? I'm just curious. So you can have another major effect if you want.
Can he? Do you want him to be on the turtle now?
Here's what I was gonna do when it got to me, and we'll see how this adjudicates. So, my plan on my turn was to jump out, use my little monkey tail to grab the balloon, and then pull myself down to the turtle mouth, and then clog its head down into the sand. You essentially did that for me this time. So however you want to organize it.
Yeah. So like the physics of it is that the turtle going down and then suddenly flipping over the 12 to 15 feet in the air to do that is going to pull Pangoliath like a yo-yo.
I could just let go of the line. Do we want
Yeah.
the effect?
I was gonna say, can it be one of those things where you let go and then as soon as we land, I grab hold of it?
It could be.
No, sorry. Grab hold of the, like, I don't know how close your basket would be, but just sort of like you're still attached and you're moving
Just
with
have
the
me
sea.
get whipped around like a yo-yo, and let's see how this works out. Because I'm trained in rolling anyways. Let's. I
Doing a barrel roll.
Not
Okay.
spill a
What would
drop
you
of my
like? What would
drink.
you like for your major effect then, Ethan?
That as funny as this all is, that no one actually gets hurt.
Okay, so that was actually my my question for it. So yeah, the turtle flips over. So the type of clearance it needs to actually do all that is not enough to surpass the trees. However, what ends up happening is when it flips over, the tower lands in the center of some trees, merely breaking a couple of branches as it just does a roll.
Carmine shouts behind, sorry!
Pangoliath, I need you to roll me a speed defense roll. Or you can just let go of the thing. It's your choice.
No, Pangoliath would never let go.
Never let go.
I'm going to spend effort. And what's the difficulty?
Difficulty for this is going to be, I'm going to put it at a 4.
Okay. I've spent some effort. I rolled an 18.
Nice. So you managed to give yourself enough slack and then reel in enough that the momentum from the turtle spinning doesn't actually affect you that much. Flying to the side of it every time. It is now your turn.
Okay. I've got to get down onto this turtle and see if I can take hold and command of it, which I don't think we've ever really successfully done. I think we've had the semblance of that.
I think we've told it to stop at least a couple times.
So I think I'm going to attempt to discipline it. Turtle! You don't go running off, turtle. Bad turtle. No treat. You call that mowing the lawn? You sit there. Think what you've done. I'm going to try to scold it. I think if we're disappointed in it, it might change its behavior. Or it might just eat us. I don't know.
Either one, maybe. Go ahead and roll me an intellect check to discipline
I'm going to
turtles.
die from my effort.
And it's going to be a difficulty. I'm going to make it a 6 task. It's difficult, and it's so difficult because it's high on caffeine right now.
Yeah. I can't wait till it crashes, though. It's going to have the worst headache. So difficulty 6. I don't have any sort of training in this sort of thing. No. Ugh, gosh, this turtle's... I'm going to fail, and then I'm always going to... It'll just be undisciplined for the rest of its days.
Right?
All right, spending effort. I've got an XP to re-roll if I got to. That's a fail, so I'm going to re-roll. All right. Oh, this is hard. It's fine. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Success!
Nice.
I got a 15.
So you scold it, and it's still moving. It's not going to stop moving, but it starts moving more in place.
Circles.
Yeah, and also, you can direct it to move in circles now.
Yeah, so we need to exercise it the same way if a dog's got a lot of energy. So it's going to be one of those things. It's going to be like, I don't know, Carmine. We need to take a tree and play tug of war with it like a caber.
Just go get everyone else.
All right, assuming you're going to be okay. And then I guess...
No, I'm not.
All right. Yeah, so I've managed to scold it, and then I guess
Yes.
that'll be my turn.
All right. It's the creature's turn. This mud sentient thing, this weirdling, has all of its attention focused on Sedna. And it's going to strike you again, or attempt to. I need you to roll me another speed defense roll as it forces another stream of mud at you.
Nope, that's a 3.
Ouch. Another 5 points of damage as this thing begins covering you and suffocating you. And then it again forces into the ground using its weight.
I'm getting really tired of this!
It looks angry. Munster, it's your turn.
Hey, Sedna, can you take another small hit?
Probably somewhat drowning in mud. Not really!
I'm thinking maybe, and you'd have to allow this, Marsie. Could I use Shatter to shatter the mud off Sedna? It's not like a hard thing, unless it's hard, and I don't think it would work, though.
I mean, you can attack it and see what happens. That sounds to me like some sort of critical success.
Oh,
or something that you can maneuver with by manipulating your spell.
Instead, then, could I and my robot scurry over to Sedna and start scraping the mud off her?
You can attempt to, and it'll give Sedna an asset to escape.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
His tiny hands throwing the mud off your face.
Maeve, on your turn, it takes another point of damage. Would you like an intrusion?
I would love an intrusion.
All right, go ahead and make me a speed defense roll.
Alrighty.
As you see this pool in its back start swirling, it's going to be speed difficulty 5.
Got an 18.
Nice. It appears to not need assigned limbs so much as this, and given an XP to a friend, as this piece of its back, shaped like one of these amorphous limbs, just suddenly shoots out at you. You manage to sidestep it as it trails and tries to stomp on that side.
And I will give that other XP to Carmine. So thank you for not letting the giant turtle destroy the other nursery.
Yep, it is your turn.
Okay. Ooh, this thing is not going well. Let me think. Can I spend an XP to get the old willow out here?
Yes.
To either give assistance or give mumbling sage advice that I may or may not understand.
Sure. Sure. You spend an XP, and that doesn't consume your turn.
Okay.
So the Willow is a player intrusion. Old Man Willow, you see this one knobby limb just burst out of its shack, and then the other one with its cane as it brings itself to full height. Yeah, what's going on out there? And his knobby knees brings him to a full height of about 15 feet as he starts moving across the fields to get to you. All these screaming flower children around you. And he sees the thing and he goes, "Oh, not again!"
Again.
Again.
I will just shoot out another Seed of Fury.
Nice.
16.
That will connect.
Excellent. So another 3 points of damage.
You're doing it in pretty hard. Because that's another additional point of damage every time you use it, right?
Yes.
Nice. All right. That is going to be Carmine's turn. Carmine, you have a mostly settled yet heavily caffeinated mechanical turtle child at your disposal.
So because we haven't seen it surge like this, we haven't been in operation of it while it's like this in its current like caffeinated form. I almost kind of want to see, like, is there anything else that has changed?
Good question. Roll me an intellect check to
Right.
investigate or perceive. A training where it's applicable.
No, none of that. Why do you do this? Roll 20. I cancel. That doesn't work ever. I got a 10.
For a 10. Yeah, something has changed. It's a little weird. It feels a bit more rumbly, more disturbed. You start to reckon that you don't think that it was the rumbling that disturbed it. It was something else, and you're not sure. The rumbling is still going on. It's not. It doesn't seem to be scared of it. Other than that, the blue magic that's coming from its neck, from the Cypher that Pangoliath fed it, is the only other change.
Okay. In that case, I think Carmine's gonna try to, now that we're in less of a dire situation, take the time and careful effort, even if it takes a couple rounds, to see if we can get this bridal thing to work.
Sure. That sounds good to me. That's going to be Pangoliath's turn.
I'm starting to fly back to town, worried that Carmine is going to meet their demise, but I figure my work here is done. I Lorax away. I pick myself up by the rump and just float back.
Yeah. Where would you like to go?
I'm gonna try to find my peoples. I'm gonna look for May.
From high up, because you were going in the same direction and being dragged along by a turtle going about 4 times as fast as it normally does. You see, yeah, there they are. You see them in the distance. It will probably take you maybe 2 turns to get there by balloon, but you see them.
Yeah, I am gonna kind of just sort of hail them and let them know I will direct them to our turtle, and we can never return to this Wegmans again. Inside joke for Marcie. We can never come back to this Wegmans.
We really can't. Anyway. Awesome. The turtle's turn. As the turtle makes its round and you start trying to practice without time exigency, the creation of a harness for it or a bridle, a bit piece for it, you try. Don't normally roll for things. You hear it slowly rumble as you finally get the bit into its mouth. Bah, bah.
Is that a good noise or a bad noise?
That's a good question. But the best you can tell, it said Papa.
Ah. Oh, that's bad news.
It's certainly news. That's news, all right. Anyway, the creature's turn. Said you are under it. It's going to reach up and attempt to finish the job, hammering another ream of sludge into you. I need you to make me a might defense roll. This one's going to be 7.
Okay, I am trained in this.
Nice. This is not so much like dodging or it's trying to withstand.
That's good. Can I use effort on this?
Of course.
Okay. Yes!
What'd you roll?
17.
Excellent. That's better than not 17.
I was about to say, I'm much better in might, like pound away. Just don't ask me to move quickly. I have webbed feet, for Pete's sake.
Yep. This thing is reaming into you, trying to strike down at your chest, and you manage to find placement in your shoulder blades, pressing up through your hands, probably screaming back as well. That's good. That is going to be your turn, Sedna.
Great. Okay. I have a feeling. Okay, maybe I'm doing this wrong, right? What did Sedna learn last time? When you're drowning, which is what's kind of currently happening in all this mud, you just kind of have to just give into it and not panic. So she's gonna do something different. Instead of trying to fight it from the outside, she's gonna try to break it open from the inside.
Okay.
So I'd like to come up the center of this like mucky thing and try to like burst it open.
All right. Roll me a check to swim.
Oh, hot diggity! I can do this.
Did you get an asset for what I did last round?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that takes it down, and then I am trained in swimming thanks to webbed feet.
Yep. Difficulty is going to be 5.
Okay, so hang on. All right. Difficulty is 5. Effort, no effort on this one. Oh, I only rolled a 7. But you got the asset? Trained, and I have the asset. Oh, I could use an XP and re-roll it. Let's do that. God, I love Cypher. There's always a way out. It just takes me a minute to remember. All right, yeah. So I'll spend an XP and re-roll that. Oy.
There's always a way to get into more trouble.
Yes, there's a 19.
Ayo. All right. So you get your minor effect. I have an idea if
Okay.
you don't know already.
I trust you. Go for it.
Your trident was in here.
Oh, yeah.
So you find your trident.
Oh, that's right.
Center yourself in this liquid.
Yeah, cool. All right. I guess I'm in the belly now of the beast.
You can roll to attack if you like.
Oh, great. Yeah. Yes, I will do that. I'm gonna just try to. Oh, I'm trying to decide. I guess I could try to thrust my way out, which is 5 damage. Let's do that. I'm gonna try to thrust my way through its body. That's
all right. Fun. Difficulty is going to be 3 for this one, much lower on the inside.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, an 18.
Excellent. How much damage do you deal?
So total would be 7.
And then, as you thrust out, Maeve, on your turn, which is next, all the fire seeds start dealing their damage, slowly drawing at the same time. The effect that you see from the outside is Sedna suddenly bursting out in a spiral thrust, and the parts around her breaking off, sludge at first, and then they harden and fall to the ground.
I'm really panting, trying to catch my breath through all the mud.
Well, that took a lot of effort.
Old Man Willow sidles up to you, relying on his cane, and goes, "Oh, well, that's good. It didn't hurt any of you."
No.
But the babies.
Yeah, they've been coming around. I forgot. I'm sorry. It's all right.
Can I assess the damage to the flower bed?
Ooh.
Would you like to spend some time rebuilding flowers?
Yeah.
All right. If you do so, Old Man Willow's going to assist you. Pegalife, you come on this this scene of Sedna and Maeve helping put back together this flower bed, and eventually all of the little flowers do too, as well, as soon as they realize what's going on.
Clearly, we have been here.
Well, this looks like us nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Who, what always makes me laugh while we're putting babies back together? A song. Who knows a song? Maybe we can make the flowers laugh and not cry.
Wait, one of them was crying?
Well, they were screaming in fear.
All screaming and crying.
Well, damn it, I missed the tears.
Baby tears.
That's fine.
I'll make a note, Maeve. I'll make a note.
Thank you.
Old Man Willow, as he's putting the flower beds back together, that's happened sometimes around here the past couple of months.
The mud monster or the...
They're different sometimes. Last time, he points at the shale fence. That thing came to life. Now the mud's come to life. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but it's about the third time.
How'd you stop the other times?
He points at a hole in the fence. That one I didn't stop. Yeah, that one went that way.
Good to know. Thank you.
I enjoy the comment of sometimes it doesn't happen.
I didn't know if it would happen or not, but I was hoping it wouldn't. I don't know. Always when the babies are born. Strange thing.
Life energies floating about.
Only when the babies are born?
Yeah. Every time. It's been that way.
Where do the life energies come from, Maeve?
From the little tiny baby Gantz is about to be born. Like, that takes a lot of power to pop out a sentient form.
I mean, guess that's true.
And
Never
if there's
witnessed childbirth until
some-
today.
I mean, theoretically, there could be some sort of world wound or something underneath
Giant
the
turtle
earth.
dad.
Or giant turtle dads. I have no idea where that thought came from, but maybe giant turtle dads just down there.
Who's your flying friend?
Oh,
Oh, that's my boyfriend, I think. I actually don't know.
Oh.
In somewhere in Gallican Facebook, the relationship status changes to "it's complicated." Yeah, I descend like a chubby little cherub from the heavens.
Nice.
Did someone ask for a song for the children?
Yes! Pangolife, just in time.
No, and it's gonna be the freaking worst, because I just kind of look at all the little flowers as I'm descending. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. As we're like making up the flower bed, and I go, ooh, that was quite dark,
Maeve
wasn't it?
busts out laughing because that is amazing. Human failure.
When Maeve starts laughing, Sedna can't keep it in based on today's traumatic experiences. Still covered in mud. She starts laughing kind of with Maeve and like...
Pangoli's laughing too, and these little newborn children will take the social cue. They'll learn, oh, you laugh when other people are laughing. Quick,
Yeah,
the
they
miles
do.
ready.
And especially
Miles
from
ready.
Maeve. Like, as soon as Maeve starts laughing, you start hearing...
Catch it to the miles. We're the
Now-
best adventures ever.
Does the bottle only collect laughs, or was it already so full on screams that the laugh doesn't fit?
It'll collect.
Great. We did it.
got it.
Pangoliath, one of the little flower children climbs a shovel and just boops you on the nose.
I deserve that. Oh, I forgot. I have my gift for Maeve. My box.
Oh, that's right.
We got a gift for Maeve last session.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I've been saving this for you.
that's so sweet.
It's difficult to open.
Perfect. I love difficult to open things.
Yeah, it's a 2 XP box.
Oh,
That's how much it took me to crack. And several trips to the library. And a date where we heard the voice of a forgotten, abandoned god. I've had a long day. Who's hungry?
that is a long day.
Yeah,
All I was doing is ignoring this town.
I'll put some soup on when we get back to the turtle. I finally finished sorting the spice rack. I can find everything I need.
This is so funny to me.
You're like having to move this big bottle of spices and then another one. Oh Lord. Sid is still trying to stop laughing.
So with the vial of baby's first newborn's first laughs, I have the agreed upon terms.
Well, I can carry you back to town. We'll retrieve whatever it is you needed.
Yeah, actually, he said it might be an overnight job. He has to adjust it for my size.
Oh, good. I'm tired.
Yeah, I could use a nap or a sleep.
I thought there was soup.
No, I can make some soup.
Okay. Is the turtle nearby? It made it here, right?
It's up yonder.
You can kind of see a small silhouette of the turtle, especially with the tall tower on its back.
Is that where we parked it?
No, it's in a safe place. But everything
It looks like it's moving away from us.
These are questions for Carmine.
Where is Carmine?
Where is Carmine?
Turtle.
I'm dying.
Did he feed it some bad trash?
Did he give it too much love?
No such thing.
Oh, they've
Pangoliath, you only stutter when you lie.
They're trading it. They're building it a bridle. It played dodgeball. It won.
Who dodged a ball?
It won dodgeball, really.
Yeah, the kids are really bad in this town. They're the
What
worst.
is this dodgeball?
Most likely dead. It's a game I invented.
Oh, you made up a game. Can we play it when we get back on board our turtle?
100%.
How do you win? Sid only wants to know how you win. How do you win?
Wait,
hit
did
everyone
you
else
say
with
the
the ball.
children died?
There's a good chance they did. They weren't very bright.
Oh no.
Huh.
Natural selection, all that. I don't know.
True.
Pangoliath almost passes out from the pressure of this interrogation. He doesn't handle it very well, even if he's among his friends. If we get kidnapped or abducted, he's the first to crack, just so you know. He's the first to spill the beans.
I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything.
He's going to be like,
Here's
all
their
right.
social security numbers.
They're going to pull out like a Three Musketeers bar. He's going to take it and just start selling everybody out.
Oh no.
We're three musketeers.
All right, but first I do need to take this bottle of children's laughter to that one Gantz, and complete the deal.
Okay.
So I will meet you back for soup and rest. And
Here, I like Blake. I was like, it will take us a much shorter time if I go with you. Can
That
we
is true.
return the turtle? I look at the two of them, Maeve and Pangoliath, and I'm like, Maeve, it looks like Pangoliath could use your calming touch. Maybe you could retrieve the turtle and meet us on the outskirts of town.
My calming touch? Yeah, because I can do that.
I'm just
Maeve, I have the utmost faith in you.
me too.
Okay.
Me too. Bye, little ones. I yell at the flower beds.
Oh.
Maeve, in Gantz, they did not say bye. They said something to the effect of, "We will outlive you."
She laughs at that too. She's like, ah.
And I'm like, okay, bye, cuties.
Mortality.
Yeah, Sedna and carrying Professor Munster heads off back towards town.
We have already lived longer than you've been alive.
You know, Senna, sometimes I get really sick of being so small. I'm hoping that this little item can help out with that.
Are you gonna get big? Like the squished mouse?
I mean, he's probably not. It should help make things easier for everyone, myself included. But I don't know. I think I need to study a bit more, learn some more spells. Yeah. Just seeing you kind of like being slowly drowning in all that mud really put a damper on my spirits.
It's definitely
There's only so many mud that little claws can pull off.
Yeah, it definitely puts a lot of things in perspective.
Yeah.
But I can't even cast a spell.
That is true.
And I'm this big. So you've got at least that on me.
Perhaps we have our own talents.
So as Professor Munster and Sedna head back toward the outskirts of the city, the walls surrounding it, and Panglythe and Maeve move to join Carmine at the Turtle. Let's actually go to Munster and Sedna first, since they're already talking. You reach the city walls in about an hour, maybe a little less. You're trying to hurry so that you can, get payment done and go get some soup. You notice that there is quite a commotion outside of the walls of the city, some of them destroyed. And there is a guard, a Theron guard with dark hair and brown skin. He's got this scroll with this poorly drawn imagery on it. It stops you as you come closer. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Have you seen? And there's a picture of some sort of spiky dog in a balloon, and also a horned person and a giant turtle. Have you seen any of these people? We just want to ask them some questions.
Well, nope. I have not seen no horned dogs or spiky people on turtles. Though, there is a... That would be mean. I shouldn't do that. There is a... I'm going to do it anyways. There is a very strange old man in the field yonder. He may know a little bit more about such creatures.
Oh, you mean Old Man Willow?
Yes, Old Man Willow.
Right.
He has seen some things today.
All right.
I'm sorry, sir. We simply can't help you.
Go on in. Just wondering.
Yes. Oh, of course. You keep searching.
Yep. Keep searching.
Have a great day.
Perfect.
Great day.
You all skitter in and make your payment to the Rocky Gantz, who runs the shop.
Oh,
He looks over the vial, inspects it, casts one large, craggy hand over it, and says, "This is Gantz laughter."
Right. Baby against laughter.
correct.
I thought that's since you're against, you would want Gant's newborn laughter.
I said shit as a child.
Yeah, there were children Gant's.
I said child. Deal's a deal. Get out of my shop.
Pick it up and I'll see you in the morning.
What? Does that mean he's agreeing?
Yes.
Great. Sedna takes that. She doesn't say anything. She turns and walks out.
This Gantz who didn't expect to be had by a mouse.
No. And Sedna says, "It's business often done this way. It makes me feel icky."
Same, but Maeve says it's okay, and I guess Gant's culture allows for this sort of thing. And he's also a merchant, so business is business.
It is.
Well, at least it's honest, right?
Right. Let's go see our horned human and our...
Not ours. I don't know what horned human you're talking about. Our...
Relax, there aren't any guards within earshot.
You're right. But they're not. He's not really. Well, he is kind of horned. Okay, come on.
But yeah, actually,
As you head,
I kind of want to get one so I can bring it to them and say like, oh, look.
Yeah, is there like a wanted sign around?
no wanted signs. No, like they don't actually know super well what they look like. They just kind of have this general idea that there was a spiky dog thing in a balloon and a horned person, but they don't know. They have a better idea of what the turtle looks like, though.
Great, perfect, wonderful.
So, as you all head back to join them in the turtle, let's cut now to Maeve and Pangoliath coming upon Carmine.
Oh, yes.
Maeve is like patting Pangoliath on the head, being like, "It's fine.
Yeah,
Everything's good."
and I think now's the moment where like Pangoliath's trying to like bust out all the like limericks he got from his book of Gansian poetry. Where he's like, I think I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree. Eh? I think I could never dance as lovely as a beautiful Gans. And he's just kind of like, as he's shrinking smaller and smaller till he's almost monster-sized in his balloon.
At the poetry, Maeve is quite flattered.
Okay, thank goodness. I'll never die tonight.
I'm glad you didn't die.
Me too. Oh, look, it's Carmine and our turtle.
Is the turtle still going at full tilt?
The turtle is still walking around. It's slowed down just a little bit, but this Cypher is keeping it fueled.
Okay. I think at this point, Carmine's actually like sitting cross-legged on its head, holding the bridle, just like their eyes closed, hearing you come up, opens them. Where's everyone else?
They're at a shop. They had business to attend to. But I brought Maeve. She's magnificent.
I am. So why are you all the way out here?
Well,
apparently the turtle played dodgeball and won and smashed children and it was grand and I missed it all. But how'd you end up here?
Well, Pangoliath fed it a strange book and it got super... He went super fast for a bit.
The ultra honesty of Carmine and Pangoliath gets us both killed. Or at least put in the stocks for a week.
But, yeah, I think the turtle's looking for something. I've convinced it to not look for the thing.
What's it looking for?
I don't know. I need to talk to Monster, some sort of resonating frequency.
Oh, I understand that. Okay.
Looks like our work here is done.
Mind yourself. Try to catch me while we're coming back and not going further away. Try to catch us on the approach.
Okay. This, I think Maeve will use Vicious Growth. And her arms will kind of like snake out and wrap around Pangoliath and like snake up to grab onto the turtle and like pull them up. It's like, all right, Pangoliath, let's go recite more poetry.
Okay. Against whose hungry mouth is pressed, against the sweet earth's flowing breast. Sorry. This is an old Joyce Kilmer poem. It's in the public domain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only gods can make a tree.
Beautiful.
Oh my. All right. So after finally managing to pull yourself, like reel yourself in from Maeve's branches wrapping around and pulling you.
He gets
onto.
Come here, Pangoliath.
You now find yourself on the turtle with a very tired group of people. Eventually, Professor Munster and Sedna join you once more. I imagine you two would have hurried.
Yeah, Sedna probably kind of had to run
them.
and then climb the turtle.
Yep. It takes a little bit, but you managed to catch them before they're within shot of the town. I mean.
Oh, good. Okay. I immediately run in and I go, Carmine, Pink-Life, you're famous.
And not in a good way.
Didn't think so.
They have your picture.
Yeah.
It's a very good liking of you.
It captures your horn beautifully.
Yeah. We might have bumped the turtle into a wall.
Bumped it. You took an entire section of the wall down. The guards are looking for you. We have to turn this turtle around.
I've already made it feel very bad about itself.
We can't be seen. Maybe. Why are we moving so quickly?
Don't worry about it.
Why didn't you feed it?
The good stuff.
So if we could just park the turtle somewhere a little bit hidden,
possible.
Take a jaunt into the town tomorrow morning to pick up something important, and then we can skedaddle off.
There's been a lot of
before the authorities catch up with us.
And that's still a little unbrushed. That sounds like a really good idea. We could use some rest. I could use some rest. And the turtle here is probably not supposed to move at full speed for this long.
You know, you're right. Let's see about getting it somewhere, and then I'll see if I can get it to stop again.
Maybe we could hide it behind the mountain. The library mountain, right? There's like a large, right?
Yes, there is.
Okay, cool. We could hide them over there. Like point.
I'm just driving this thing.
There's no
Besides sending us precisely.
I'll put some soup on.
Oh.
Maeve looks at Pink-Life and is like, "You broke down walls?"
Victory for the proletariat!
Every day you surprise me.
All right. As you all settle in as best you can to wind down this turtle for the evening and find a safe place for it to hide, you each can go to work on your own thing as you plan for the trip ahead of you and keep an eye out for the guard. Do you notice, Sedna, that at some point a little flower baby comes out of your shell, having hitched a ride?
I don't tell anybody yet. Keep it to myself because I'm probably said this plan would to be meditating and trying to take all this. So much information, like 24 hours for her. So yeah, her and the flower meditate. Maybe they sway together.
It just keeps trying to climb you.
Oh! Well, if it wants on, I'll put it somewhere. I have only a mohawk. I have no hair.
Oh yeah, it definitely just sort of climbs you as best it can, and then gets into the mohawk, and you can just feel its tiny rooty feet wrap around different strands of your hair.
That's a new sensation. And she says, "Do you like to meditate?" She kind of like closes her eyes and starts to sway with the flower in her little mohawk as I wait on soup and romance happens.
It bobbles its little flower head back and forth.
Oh. Now we wait, Mr. Yeah, she says, "Now we wait, Mr. Flower. Now we wait."
Now we wait. And the night passes without any consequence. The guards don't come looking out here for it. They are trying to trace its tracks, and it's hard to tell at some point. They go and they search with Old Man Willow. They have to search around a bunch of circular patterns for a long time. And by morning, you're gone from the spot that they finally reach to question you. Munster returns to get his parcel from the Gantz shopkeep.
Thank you very much.
Yep. What he ends up giving you is a needle.
Wait, is it like a normal size needle or a my size needle?
It's a normal size needle, so you could probably use it as a walking stick if you wanted to.
Ooh, cool.
But he explains that should you need anything, simply thread something through the eye.
Like he'll probably test it out after he leaves and threads a string through it.
Yeah, the string goes through no problem, and it seems to just disappear on the other side. Then you try your hand, because it's thin enough to fit through the eye of the needle, or at least a finger is, and the eye of the needle seems to open up wider to allow your hand to go through. Disappears on the other side. If you take a look through it, it appears to be kind of dark, but you can see the thread in there.
Hands and
Yep, you can open it up, and it seems to be a quite sizable room in here. Probably about 5 feet by 5 feet.
that's pretty big for Munster.
Yeah, it is.
A whole room in the eye of a needle? I love that.
With that said, you get back to your party, wherever you are at that point, and leave once again, before the guards get there. And I think that's where we're going to end this session. So, everybody,
Hey.
I hope you all enjoyed that. Let's go around, say who we are, where you can find us. Starting with you, Yutsai.
Hi, I'm Yutsai. I play Professor Munster. You can find me on Twitter at Saisu. I play in this game, and I'm also playing in a Blades in the Dark game that Grant is helping put together.
Ooh.
That takes place on Wednesdays on the WebDM channel. Other than that, most of my time you can find me here.
Excellent. Perfect. Let's keep going around. Pangoliath.
Hey everybody, my name's Grant Ellis. I'm an independent content creator for tabletop role-playing games. You can find me on Twitter at WisePapaGrant. I have a Patreon at patreon.com/GrantREllis, where I take all the funds to play players in my actual plays. Yutsai's a player in the Wednesday game where we are running Blades in the Dark. Definitely check it out and support if you want. I know there was a Kickstarter that was supposed to start 2 weeks ago. Kickstarter told us they wanted to delay 2 weeks so we could fulfill some obligations to them. It may get launched this week. When it does, we'll make sure that we pass that URL in the dot lot.
Yes.
Perfect. Also, we're going to skip over Little Red Dot so that she can close this out. But for now, let's go to Ethan. Ethan, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hello, I'm Ethan. You can find me at Super Robot Bear on Twitter, where I'm doing. I mostly do design work these days. This is the only game I'm really playing in. The other day, I wrote a Punch Wizard class for D&D 5th edition.
Yes.
It was pretty fun to do. But I'm working on some other stuff, including Gobs of Gobs, which is a Cypher System supplement. We ran it on the channel here not too long ago, maybe a couple months.
Month and a half, I think, or something. Yeah, something like that.
It was a lot of fun. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, find me there.
Awesome. Perfect. And let's go to Ash. Who are you? Where can we find you?
Hey everyone, I am Ash. You can find me at Twitter under the handle of Phoenix of 89. Pretty much any social media, that's the handle I am under. As of games, this is the only one I'm in right now, so come back and watch me play Maeve again. Because who doesn't want to see that?
For me, my name is Marsie Vellan. You can find me on Twitter by the same handle that you see below, at MarsieVellan. On Thursdays, you can find me on Unmade Gaming, Hellion Moon's Jack London for Men of Letters. On Saturdays, I do 2 games on 2 different weeks, both on Goldheart. No, one on Goldheart, one on Jira for Us All's channel. Goldheart, I'm doing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and on Jira for Us All's channel, we're doing a Ravnica game called Gore of Ravnica. Content warnings do apply, so we're big about those. I think that's it for me. Little Red Dot, take us out, please.
Yes, of course. Thanks everybody for showing up today. Thank you for those donations and all the love and the chatter that you gave to make today possible. I want to remind you to follow the channel if you don't, so that next time we go live, you don't miss us, if you are enjoying the OWL, you can also pop over and go in the Discord. We actually have a place where we can chat about OWL over on the Discord. So here's a link for you. If you want to follow any of the players, you can actually scroll down below. There is a little extension we have that will link each of the players from their character sheet. In addition, if you'd like to follow me, you can do that here, where you can find me GMing and telling stories on various networks and amazing Twitch channels, including this one. And next for me, Dotlat, we're back here Tuesday night for the penultimate episode of Scum and Villainy. The Pearl Ring code that we have been running, which has just been really interesting. I'm excited to see where it goes. So pop back over for some space shenanigans if you're feeling that, Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, until the next time we see you. Let's see, who today gets the, don't do anything, you know what? No, I'm going to say this differently. Be as bold as Carmine is. Because somersaulting and flipping a turtle is not something that you can ever plan for. So cheers to Carmine. Be as bold as Carmine the rest of the week. And we wish you guys farewell till next time. We'll see you in 2 weeks for more Owl of Lycia. Bye. Okay, you're right. We're so at Gen Con. I'll be doing some live streaming, but we'll be back 2 weeks after Gen. So we will have a whole lot to catch up on. I totally forgot that, but we'll take pictures. I'm sure there'll be a few of us there. We'll grab some shots. And you know what? I'll say this too. Since Gen Con is coming up, any of you that are there, we're having our own little meetup, which has been dubbed the .con meetup. So come out to .con. We're just meeting at a bar on Friday evening of Gen Con if you want to come. There'll be some of the players from the channel, lots of faces where you can finally put names to them. So I'll mention that. And who's streaming? Let's rate someone, Grant. Who are we rating?
Yeah.
Done.
Let's
And we're rating now. Thank you all so much. Go show all of that .lot love to Pro and his players. Until next time. See you guys in like 4 weeks. Okay, bye.